Are we working? Is it going? Yes, good, okay. Hey, Wist. Good to see you. Don't mind me, hang on. Much better. Okay. Back at it again with Scarlet Hollow, hooray. Oh my god. Excellent, thank you. Alright, let's get started then. So if you remember last time, we went... The last episode, at least, was going to Reese's house for the extremely awkward dinner, and then going to the haunting. And hi Owen, good to see you. And then going to handle the ghost haunting, which ended with Tabitha giving up a decade of her life about. A decade, just giving up some of her life to put the ghost to rest, so that we didn't have to. Which was very nice of her, and no one expected it. I'm glad she did, because I don't want to be old just yet. So I don't think we need the recap, so let's just get into it. You open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seemed so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. I have a nightstand? I mean, I guess I have two of them. Reese was a femboy, okay. Kanika, still trying to wrap my head around what Tabitha did last night. I haven't been able to get hold of Stella today, have you heard from her? You check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. I'll call her, I guess. Hey, what's up? Just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. This isn't really me. Technology, huh? Stella, you ignorant slut. Anyways, leave a message. Or don't. I never check this thing. You know, I appreciate the honesty at least. The mailbox is full and... Okay, wow, she really does never accept that. She really does never check that. Alright, text her at least. Let's see... Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. Yeah, Stella was being weird last night. I don't know if Reese technically qualifies as a femboy per se. I mean, he has kind of an hourglass figure, but that's more from serious malnutrition. And not from, you know, being a femboy. Hang on a sec. Your message sits undelivered. Wonderful. Yeah, I haven't heard from her either. Sorry, Kanika. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Right. Let's take a shower. Do everything in order. The morning routine. You step into the guest bedroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you... Let's see here. Mystical. Think about... Every minute feels like another thread, blah blah. Thoughts of doom consume me. Think about the door at the clinic. Think about your cousin and the burdens. Think about the afterlife, that it's undeniably real. Think about Stella. He is definitely a furry. Like, you think everyone's a furry. A character can just sit there doing nothing and you're like, yep, furry. Let's see, think about those two girls. Think about Duke. Try to scrape things off. Think about the Sybil's warning. Think about Wayne and whether you ever truly are. Think about someone special. Do I have anyone special? I feel like I'm not really doing the dating thing Think about finally being out of this hellhole. Alright, no, this is actually how you choose someone special, I think. Should I? Let's see. Specifically, you think about... That's Stella, Kanika, Avery, Oscar, Reese, Dr. Kelly. And the way her commanding presence dominated yesterday's dinner. Okay, so you think about being a bottom. Are you wrong about him being a furry? Think about Wayne and the way he effortlessly crushed that ditchling. Oh yes, that's what really gets my heart aflutter. Where's the back button? There isn't. You know, I feel like I know my audience, and Wayne is probably the one. You think about Wayne and the way he effortlessly crushed that ditchling. Your cousin clearly has very good taste. They know exactly who they're making this game for. You're done here. Start at the vault and dry yourself. Okay. Check the closet. And there's no denying it, the doll has moved since your most recent visit. Well, that's not creepy at all. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. And we just leave it at that, okay. You know what, next time I'll think about Oscar. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Yeah, of course it is. Visit Dustin. You open the drawers. They both have bread now. Yes!
Cyril is back. Maybe he changed mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin Mom.
I would never eat you. I love you. I do love you. Yeah, I love you both.
Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push comes to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spent too much time outside, a different inside. There enough bread for everyone here. No needed friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin gets...
Oh my god. This is so cute. It's so morbid. I guess your glass house still has that squatter.
Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but asshole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Won't have to live in Dustin house forever. Jimon big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight? Give Dustin Mom glass house back?
Anything for you, Dustin. Fights. Like, yes, anything for you, Dustin.
Squatter have sharp things on head, human be careful. But Dustin Mom will be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too.
I should get going.
Okay.
Oh, I love them. I'm so glad that they're in the game. That's that. Time to face your cousin. Oh, and speaking of face. In the light of day, she looks even more physically worn than she did last night. The fresh creases carved into her face accentuate her frown, and she slumps even more uncomfortable than usual. They're striking this week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Mystical, does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Holler. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Well, let's talk about this strike. Let's see, the strike is just a symptom of the rotting this place out, but if we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't matter who wins. Okay, yes, I know that we saw a literal ghost last night, but this is important, Writin. This isn't just about me, this town relies on the mine. Look, it's not doing well. I wish I could pay people more, and I wish I could give them more time off. I just need more time to pull things out of the fire. I don't want to be the bad guy here. You get that, right? Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen the list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any of one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Yeah, that's what all anti-unions say. You know, I'm just not going to touch this right now. Sorry, Stella, but you're kind of on your own for this. Talk about what happened last night. Let's see. Do you regret what happened? I appreciate your concern, but I'd rather not talk about it. Does that answer your question? Kind of? Not really? Let's see. How are you How are those extra years treating you? I'm not gonna say that. But how are you holding up? Drop it. Okay. I hope other people in town start treating you better. They've already made up their minds about me. It doesn't matter what other people think, though. They don't know me. So, ghosts are real? Still can't get over that. I can't. I love... God, she is such a cast iron bitch sometimes. I love her. Sometimes I just love her. What does that actually change about anything? I was probably going to die young anyways. I still have a mind to run. Alright, fair enough. Any news on the trap kids? We have confirmation at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it'll be long before we can put all this unpleasantness behind us. Of course, that hasn't stopped that kid's mom from being on my ass non-stop. I'm doing everything I can, but she's the kind of person who needs someone to blame. And I'm an easy target. That's true. Let's see, have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. You know, the funny thing is, she's actually not wrong. Spoiler warning. Stella is kind of processing things. Oh, we should probably get going then, huh? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe, no more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Oh my god, she does! Ah, what is that lady's name? I want to say Agnes, but I know that's not it. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Okay, first, breakfast. Very important. Do I talk to Furfur? I feel like that's always pointless, honestly. Yeah, why not? You walk over to the cat. Oh, c'est toi. Oh, c'est toi. Okay. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, montagne? I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Nod respectfully to Furfur. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance, but you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to. You know what? I'll just leave her be. One day, I will earn her respect. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Cats don't respect anyone. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. You better look into it before you head into town. The air is chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. It's not too cold. Investigate the greenhouse, it's fine. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. Wilhelmina Packard. God, what a name. It doesn't take much effort to find the path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. The glass house, one could say. Ah. The plot thickens. You step towards the door. And it's a goat. It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of the horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. Try the lock. It looks sturdy. You'll need tools if you're going to open this. Maybe Stella or Kanika can lend a hand later. Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. Let's see. So, what's your name, little guy? Goat. What are you doing in the... Just goat. Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm. And there's plenty of eats, too. Did that human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what, fur? Nah, not brown. Yellow fur. Just on the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. You know, that's fair, honestly. As long as it's not a house of leaves. Oh, trust me. We're not... Well, I'm not getting into the house of leaves. I have enough to deal with. Without that kind of eldritch horror. Farm. Used to live with other guys like me. Kinda miss them, but not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. So, whoever you are, there's a... Hey, goat, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first. This is her house. Don't want to leave. I live here now. Chicken deal. Okay, I guess I'll leave you to it. See ya. Or not. It's a wild world out there. Well, I tried. Guess we'll head into town. Sorry, Justin's mom. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The sun shines down through the thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery grey light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. Yeah, like those ones. Yeah, that's fair, Wist. You can't help but feel a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. Oh, hey, Avery. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming to see you. I hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. And I hope Tabitha got some rest too. How is she today? She's not great! She's definitely not great. It's like a tiny part of her soul's been ripped out. Yeah, I'm just like spitballing here how she's doing. It's kind of like a tiny part of her soul's been ripped out of her body, you know. I mean, I feel, just spitballing here, just throwing this out here, I feel like she's acting like it's not a big deal, but it kind of is. You know, just an inkling, I guess. And yet you were ready to jump in and take that bullet yourself, weren't you? And who knows, maybe she'll get better. Who's to say how long ghost magic lasts? Maybe she just needs a little rest and relaxation. So, not a great time for her to be dealing with it. Yeah, no, it's not. One could say this is the worst time, but I suppose for owners, there is no good time for a strike. Workers gotta do their thing, can't just wait until it's a good time for their boss. Ooh, more mystical. Or I could flirt with them. I don't think I've actually tried flirting with them. You know, I'm gonna flirt with them. Oh, that's sweet. What can I say? I'm someone who knows what they want. I would have walked up here at the crack of dawn, but I figured I should let you sleep at least a little longer. They're not too much longer. I had to make sure you didn't go running off into trouble, not without me. I love them. How do you feel now that it's a new day? Possession is the sort of thing that can leave a mark on a person's soul. Oh, thanks for asking about the state of my soul. I appreciate that. I'd be like... God, they have the most beautiful eyes when they look at you like that. I feel kind of bruised all over, physically and spiritually, but hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. It's a good attitude to have. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. Yeah, you do at least get a fun story out of that. There's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Avery turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them, with their scrunched up little Shar-Pei faces. Oh my god, Avery, no. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're bad omens or something, but are they, like, dangerous? They're not gonna eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? You only need fear what they foretell. Okay, cool and ominous, as long as being eaten alive isn't something. I like Avery. Avery's got the priority straight. Unless they're foretelling a zombie invasion or something with... or something with werewolves, in which case I guess I'm still stuck with being eaten alive. Have you heard anything from Stella, though? I haven't heard from her, though we didn't text much. We don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Hey, do you want to come with? We're going to go look for her. Absolutely, I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got my time. I've got time. Alright, let's head to town then. Yeah, good idea. It says a lot that Avery calls Stella unflappable when they are like Lord High bullshit of being just the most unbothered. And yes, Avery does have a great fit. I saw a Tumblr post where someone explained what the flowers on their shirt were, but I don't remember what they are. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Right, and you made it, and you picked up an Avery, Hope you're both doing okay. Also, can we just appreciate, hang on, how fucking pretty Kanika is? Like, look at her, she is so beautiful. She is gorgeous. And I really want her outfit. Just with a smaller, you know, chest area. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Better after seeing Writin. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack. Totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation? Kanika sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that, up until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for us all. It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. Okay, yes, I know you would like a... Yes, I know you would like a more hefty chest. I'm just saying, like, as I am now, I would need a smaller bust area for that outfit. I just really like her outfit and I want that. Not the hat, though. I'm not a big fan of wearing hats. Let's see, where was I? We're terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Oh, that's right, I forgot. Kanika's a massive anime nerd. I guess we already have an animal whisperer, don't we? That's pretty magical. Aw, thank you. Wait, you can talk to animals? For real? What are you gonna tell me? Well, I'm gonna need you to tell me what every animal we meet is saying. This is so cool. You know what? I would, honestly. For you, anything. You all really took that in stride, didn't you? I take everything in stride. There's no better way to live. See, they are the ultimate master of being unbothered. Maybe my mystical prowess will finally awaken into something. Yeah, like the hat works for her. Like she definitely like it really works for her. But like I just don't like wearing hats. Maybe my mystical power. Oops, skipped. Hang on. What was that? I'm sick of just unwillingly channeling spirits and knowing when something bad is going to happen. Maybe magic doesn't just awaken though. Maybe you need to find someone to teach you how to use it. Okay? Who? Isn't it obvious? Your mom's a witch, Kanika. How else can you explain her rescuing all of us last night? My mom? No way. She's just a new age crystals and herb lady shit. Lady, she's not... I mean, she couldn't be, right? I mean, after last night, anything's possible. And she did rescue everyone from the ghost dimension. Is anyone managing the general store? Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I could live with that. I'm kind of surprised you reached out to me after the issue between you and Tabitha. I care more about finding Stella than I do about an ongoing feud between me and your cousin. And I'm not going out there alone because the last thing I want is to go missing while looking for someone who went missing. We do everything in groups from now on. I like Kanika. Kanika's got a good head on her shoulders. More people should be like Kanika. Agreed. I will never forgive Stray Gods for killing Freddy. Besides, after last night, what your cousin did went against everything I thought I knew about her. It's definitely making me question if I actually know the real Tabitha or if I've just been tricked into buying some front she puts up to seem intimidating. I don't like how much I've been forced to question my perception of reality lately. This sucks. You know, I feel you there. People shouldn't be judged for their family anyway. Whatever people may think of your cousin, it has nothing to do with you. You know, I appreciate that. Let's see, I'm supposed to meet with your mom today. Maybe she can shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt she actually could. Your mom always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. I don't think she's quite ditzy enough for that. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of our whole New Age mystic thing. A lot's happened the last couple days. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first? Alright, let's go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There is an absence of joy and life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. Oh, don't say that. There's a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. I don't sense anything supernatural, but I don't like the look of this. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, let's get. Yeah, yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? It's not breaking and entering if the door's already open. I'll be brave and go first. My hero, Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. Huh. Whatever happened? Oh my god, Gretchen has a princess pillow. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything. Unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget you said that and just be thankful this doesn't look like a crime scene. Alright, investigate the kitchen. Maybe there's snacks. I mean, maybe she's there. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Ah, come on, Stella, really? Is her kitchen normally this messy? I wouldn't call this messy. It's a little messy. If this is a little messy, I don't want to know what you'd call my room. I wasn't judging, there's nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. We're getting off track. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she's already expecting me. Maybe this is just a rare peek behind the curtain at the real Stella. Yes, and the real Stella leaves out peanut butter knives. What a slob. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. Alright, let's check her room then. Okay, now that's a bit more room. Oh, she has a Mothman plushie. Let's see. A little bit of a mess, a lot of a mess. Oh, she has a little toy Gretchen. Little puppy. A cryptid map. Detective. Okay. You make your way down to the hall into what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. No shit! Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. I wasn't gonna say anything. Sure you weren't. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it for company. That almost sounds creepy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Speak for yourself. If the roles were reversed and I was missing and you and Stella were poking around my room unannounced, I'd be completely mortified. That's because your room is a mess. Spoken like someone with a whole lot of secrets. My room is immaculate. A guest could drop by unannounced at 2 AM and I wouldn't sweat a thing. I wouldn't say... Okay, I personally wouldn't say my room is immaculate, but like... It's not the kind of thing that I'd be worried about other people seeing. Congratulations on having your shit together. Thank you, I can't buy it honest. I will say this is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Good for her for being able to, Yeah, her room is messy. They could use a few more houseplants. I'll put some trimmers up, some trimmings after we found them. Found her. Ah, she still does those corkboard the string things. She loves putting up the strings, putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. That's so real. Ah, sorry about that, I had to blow my nose. I love that about, I honestly love that about Stella. Ah, damn it, I forgot to check her computer. Oh well. Okay, so maybe she came home last night, maybe she didn't, but she's definitely missing. I thought I was overacting this morning. I hope she was just sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where's she next? Well, we should go to the cops, right? Are you sure? Nothing against the office of Scarlet Hollow, but you've met them, right? Do you think it's worth the trouble? Oh, it's definitely not, but my stream demands seeing more things. As unhelpful as they are, we are dealing with a missing person. That's cop stuff. It's probably going to be more of a formality than anything, but there's no point in not covering all our bases. Yes, exactly, what Kanika said. Oh, hey, Bo. God, he's a big motherfucker. The police station is exactly what you'd expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You entered to find a worried Bo standing between you and the officer behind the desk. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Deputy Franklin, sir. She was going to be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to our family. What if he did not have a voice like that? What if he had like the most high-pitched, like Mickey Mouse voice in the whole world? I really don't like Deputy Franklin. I should give him a different voice. I should give him a different voice that The Scarlet Hollow police are spread pretty thin at the moment, young man. Any property disputes will have to wait, if indeed there is a dispute to be had. Fucking sunglasses wearing motherfucker. Are you sure it wasn't some animal that took your vegetable? Sir, you know Mr. Tremaine thinks that land belongs to him. He's probably thought Big Betty was his to take. He ain't coming to his door, so for all I know, he might be all the way to the state fair by now with a pumpkin. Ain't there something you can do about it? Hey, I remember you from yesterday. You're the mayor's security guy. We also met on Monday. I'm a man of many hats, and all of them give me authority over you, so you best watch yourself. Go fuck yourself, Franklin. Doesn't this town have 3 cops? Where are the other 2 at? Haven't you heard? There's a nasty strike going up the mines. Miss Scarlet's asked us to try and bring the temperature down a bit. And I drew the short straw for being stuck on desk duty. This is slowly turning into a really bad Tim Curry. I think I'm okay with that. Bring the temperature down. I'm sorry. Are Earl and Dennis... the other guy's name is Dennis? Okay, whatever. Officer Dennis. That's so dumb. Are Earl and Dennis working for the town, or are they working for Tabitha? I'd rather not get into it right now, Miss Forsyth. Now, is there something I can help you with, or did you just want to come to this station to chit-chat? Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. A missing person? Apologies, Mr. Calloway, but I'm going to have to handle this. Oh my god, he does have eyes. Those are the beadiest eyes of anyone in this fucking game, too. Deputy Franklin pulls out a few forms from the front desk and holds them out. If one of you could fill these out, please. I'll take care of that. Thank you so much for taking this seriously, Mike. I'm not calling him Mike. He does kind of look like a Tim Curry character. I'm not calling him Mike. Deputy Douchebag is more fretting. I know Stella has a tendency to go on hiking trips, but this feels different. She can't be in her right mind going back out into them woods after what happened to my daddy. Are you... Come on, there's gotta be more than you can do. More than just paperwork. My orders are to man the station, but I'll be sure to start an investigation as soon as I'm relieved. The Scarlet Hollow police are doing all that we can. I don't believe that. Bo, did you manage to find your dad? Bo's stork expression breaks. Oh, poor boy. Poor guy. You'd almost see tears forming in his eyes, but he blinks them away. No, I ain't found him. Had to stop looking so I could stay home and guard the farm. There are more of these things every minute, seems like. Do you think they'll go back where they came from soon? They will once they've had their fill of suffering. That is a horrible thing to say, and so I will say it. Mike shit. Yes, Mike shit. I don't like the sound of that. I didn't like having to say it, but I forced my own hand. I'm sure things will go back to normal soon. I'm sorry for everything you've had to go through. So what's all this about a pumpkin? Julius Tremaine stole Big Better, and I'm trying to get the police to talk to him. And I've been telling Mr. Calloway that... Oh, sorry, hang on. And I've been telling Mr. Calloway that there's no way to prove who the vegetable in question belongs to. If there's no documentation, it's your word against his. Yeah, poor Beau. The Calloways and Tremaines... That's such a name. Have been at this a long time. Some feud from over a century ago split the families, and they've been at it ever since. What makes you think Julius stole it? He's been claiming Big Better was his since day one, on account of he thinks it was planted on his side of the property. He's never been good about the property line, same as every Tremaine that came before him. We get our fair share of calls from Mr. Oh, hang on, wrong guy. We get our fair share of calls from Mr. Tremaine as well. Not that I'm at liberty to discuss confidential police information. Now, I was hoping we'd get a reprieve from his nonsense after what happened to Daddy, but it don't look like he's willing to give us any time to grieve. You know, Julius is a friend of mine. He's a lot of things, and he's definitely a bit of a curmudgeon, but I've never pegged him as a thief. I don't know Julius ever talked to anybody. Yeah, talk is a strong word. Okay, so he just exists and doesn't threaten you, and that's good enough, Avery, huh? You want me to go over there and kick his ass for you? Okay, first of all, why is the pumpkin valuable? She was gonna get us the blue ribbon. Daddy said she was near 2,000 pounds. We were supposed to be at the state fair by now, but it don't look like that's gonna happen this year. And Mr. Tremaine ain't even coming to his door to answer for what he done. Just holed up like the coward he is. At the very least, he could give me back some seeds of what's left there so I can try again next year. He was an important pumpkin to our family. You know, I haven't seen him since Tuesday. He's usually in the diner every day. Not necessarily a big deal for a lot of people, but he never misses his morning joe. So maybe he isn't a thief. Could be something happened to him. If he ain't the thief, who stole our pumpkin? Beats me, I just don't think folks should be quick to jump to conclusions. How do you move 2,000 pounds of pumpkin, though? Seriously, though. I don't even know how he did it, but he did. It could have been a bear or no bear. We're hunting folks, we know the signs. This is a man's work. This is a man's work. And that means that it was Mr. Tremaine. He knew just what to do to hurt our family. He what? Oh my god. Do I say I'll go kick his ass, or do I try to get the officer to fucking do his job? Oh god. Yes. You want me to go over there and kick his ass for you? Are you threatening to commit assault in the middle of a police station? I'm sure Mike Writin just means it metaphorically. Mike. Tractor. Dad always told me violence only makes more trouble. It's better for me to come to the police when I have a problem with Julius, even if it don't make much difference. You know, Mike, it sounds like Beau has a real case here. It's not just two neighbors getting angry at each other. Property's been stolen. Couldn't you get involved in his behalf just this once, after everything he's been through? This isn't the first time there's been a theft between the Calloways and the Tremaines. We've heard it all, and we know exactly how to play out. Trust the police. I don't trust you to do shit. I don't trust you to drink coffee. You're ice cold. Oh my god, let's see. What would it take for the cops to get involved? Let's see. Not threatening. It's not a... Let's see. I'm not threatening, I am offering. There's a difference. Come on. It's our job as police to remain impartial when it comes to the citizens of the town we protect. None of us have it out for Mr. Calloway or Mr. Tremaine. We're just doing what we can to uphold the safety and security of all residents of Scarlet Hollow. And you're doing a great job. You know, even if Julius didn't take Big Betty, it might be worth doing a welfare check. Look, kid, I'd love to help, but the sheriff has a standing order to not step foot in the Tremaine homestead. The man loves his booby traps. That's never stopped me. I don't make the rules. You'll have to take it up with Sheriff Hugby. Sheriff Hugby. I forgot his fucking... Earl Hugby. Who names these people? Who names these fucking people? If I must say, sir, ain't that a might bit cowardly of you? Yes, it is. They are supposed to be brave, and it is very cowardly. It's about public safety and the sheriff's... Yeah, sure, buddy. Look, I've been to Julius's 100 times. I can tag along and make sure nobody gets hurt. Look, I'll pass it along when he gets back, but he's had his hands full right now, and I can't make any promises. Are you part of a cult? Oh my fucking god. Do I ask that? I feel... Are you part of a... No. You know what, let's just get going. Kanika sighs. Yeah, Kanika hands the completed report back to Deputy Franklin. Thank you, ma'am. I'll get this filed right away. Good luck out there. I hope Miss Richmond is alright and you'll find her soon. Alright, we'll be on our way. Best keep your nose clean out there, Writin. Try to stay it. People need to stop telling me that. I don't look for trouble. It just keeps happening to me. Because ghosts are homophobic, and they don't like me. Well, at least we filed a report. Still, I guess finding Stella is going to be mostly up to us. We've got to find out what's been going on with Julius too. He's been missing from the diner for a few days. It's weird, he usually comes in every single day. Maybe he's preoccupied with ditchlings. No, I just hope he's okay. One problem at a time. Yeah, what to next? Yeah, we can check in with Oscar, I guess. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in the house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Your mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Because she's a witch. She's magic, Kanika. Your mom's a witch. Magic, probably, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. Yeah, it's gone, just like your mom said it would be. You can't help but overhear the murmurings of intense conversation coming from the mayor's office. Oh yes, talk... Yes, an intense animal... Yes, more dogs! You start making your way upstairs towards the mayor's office. Hey, where are you going? Yes, dog meeting! Look at those puppers! Look at them, I love them. Look at these good boys and girls. And this bastard. Also a cat. The cat's there too. And this rat. A small gang of dogs holds court in the mayor's office. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but two of them, a sheepdog and a basset hound, are in heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. Their tags read Scraps and Daisy. Scraps is the former mayor. Pixel sits on the shelf nearby, wearily keeping an ear to the conversation. It sounds like you've sorted this all out. I don't see what you need me to do about any of it. Sorted? Things ain't sorted until this town is safe. Now, I may have got the beginnings of a militia together, but there's plenty of pets out there who are still ill-informed about those things crawling out of the woods. You're the mayor, they'll listen to you. Just tell them to stay inside until it's handled. Listen, Scraps, buddy, I hear you. But the last thing we need right now is anarchy in the streets. It's no use, I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded. Always a sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine. Nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself away from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh, I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday, the speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment, then turn to face you. I'm sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy. Good doggies! Oh, you're happy. Except for him, he looks pissed. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. Ah, yes, I am a rather good boy, aren't... No, you are not! You are a little bastard. You are a bad politician and a bad boy. You call me a good dog? Daisy, good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. Sorry, I just love to hear it. Some kind of dog militia, did I hear that right? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. When the town's illustrious leader abandons his kind, it's up to us common folk to band together. Daisy, please, I'm not abandoning anyone. Dog or otherwise. You're all blowing this invasion story completely out of proportion. Everything's going to turn out just fine. If everything turns out just fine, it's because the rest of us protected those who need protecting. So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. Oh, one and only. This here is Daisy, and we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs that holler are well cared for, considering recent events. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. Oh yeah, I guess for the dog, I guess this is a real horror show for the actual animals of the game. Since the ditchlings can oviposit them and make them horrifying, like, just egg carriers. They're exaggerating, of course. Well, I've heard reports of creatures coming out of the woods. It's nothing the humans in this town can't handle. It's no secret that Daisy and Scraps are my competitors, and it's just like them to jump at the first sign of trouble as an opportunity to run me out of office. Nobody's trying to run you out of anything. We're just trying to keep the critters of the town safe. How very noble of you. That's exactly the line you'll feed the voters if you were trying to get rid. God, you're such a bitch. Can I say that in this room? Can I say that in this room? Can I call someone a bitch? Is that cultural appropriate? Am I culturally appropriating the word bitch from these dogs? Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person are missing. Is she missing? Oh dear. Scraps, you don't think... Gretchen's person would never let anything happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Even if she's safe, I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy? This is the cost of inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community and she's missing. What will it take for you to finally open your eyes and to do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself. Yes, I get it, you're all very upset. But what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about economy? What about the stonks, Daisy? Have you thought about that? Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy? Or you're just throwing around fancy words you've heard the humans say? Of course I know what economy is. I know all about economy-ism. Oh good, because I've never understood a lick of it when humans talk about economy. I just figured it was a made-up word they do. I mean, you're not wrong, Daisy. I'm not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia, not in front of the speaker. Oh, too late for that, buddy. I thought so. To answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here, and then another near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since then. Let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her. Can you help us find her? You've got better noses for this sort of thing. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. Yes, we have to keep Gretchen safe. She's a well-liked dog in these parts, been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. You know, she actually can. Back in Chapter 1, if you choose to save Duke instead of her, she does get got. And I've never played that route because I just don't want to see her get got. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me. I'm nothing special, just another dog. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog others listen to. It's a damn shame the humans are so charmed with that charlatan. I'm right here, Daisy. I'm well aware. You think you're so high and mighty, don't you? Just because you can sit and stay the best, as if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Mr. Mayor, you should listen to them. Stop being a bad dog. Stop being a bad dog. There won't be anarchy in the streets to worry about if every animal in the town is taken by ditchlings. Your opinion is noted, but I've been mayor for over 14 years. I know what I'm doing. That's 14 dog years, Jimmy. If you're not going to help, at least you can do is not sniff the speaker's ass. I suppose you were right, Daisy. This is just a waste of time. But I need to hear it with my own ears before I could really believe it. I'll save the I told you so's for later. That's very magnanimous of you, Daisy. Let's go rally the others. This town won't save itself. Dog militia, dog militia. All the good boys and girls. You and the dogs exit the mayor's office and close the door behind you. They quickly turn a corner and vanish from your line of sight. You tell Kanika and Avery waiting. You find the Kanika and Avery waiting for you in the lobby. I took a peek in there. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that. Weird or cool? I wish I could hear the other side of the conversation. It seems like there's a whole dog culture in this town I've been missing out on. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying a full conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. I should be a vet. That would be awesome. Can you imagine being able to talk to animals? You'll just have to hire... Yeah, I would make a great veterinary assistant with this power. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally managed to unhaunt my house. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? Not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the middle of the day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. That hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. Well, that's not great. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like only it was only yesterday! Blissfully unaware that our lives were about to be changed. It was only yesterday. I know. Kanika knocks on the door. Hey, Oscar. Oh, good morning. It's good. It's so good to see all of you. Please, come on in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do too much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Kinda has a little kitty face like this. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. How's Tabitha this morning? Well... You know... I'd tell you, but that woman's like a cage to suppressed emotions. Yeah. I don't even think she knows her. Yeah. That's fair. Do you think she'd enjoy, like, a fruit basket or something of the like? I feel terrible letting this good deed go unpaid, even if I know whatever I'm able to offer her is nowhere near what she owed. I'll donate some stuff from the general store. I think I know what she Yes, we all know what she likes. Mac and cheese, ice cream, PB&J. It's all she eats, ever. The woman is as physically constipated as she is emotionally. Her bowels hate her. She has never made eye contact with the fruit. She has never had a pleasant shit in her life. I can throw in some freebies from Winnie too. I've never seen her in the diner, but that doesn't mean a free breakfast would be unwelcome, right? She'll probably wind up throwing it all away anyway, but at least it might make me personally feel less... Well, I'm glad... Yeah, never change, Kanika, I love you. So what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night, and we're trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you. I'm not going to say... I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her, and she's just gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. God, I feel like this is all my fault. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to be. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy. Yeah, listen to Avery. They've got a good head on their shoulder. Shoulders, not just the one shoulder. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. Doesn't mean something bad happened. But it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful, especially after y'all have done so much for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I want to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. Ghost Plague would be a good band name. You think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the Hollow before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic. Is it me? Yeah, it's me, isn't it? I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only start happening once Writin got here. Oh, sure. Blame the weird mystical person who can talk to animals. Talk about profiling. You're not wrong. Exactly, if there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Writin getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened recently. Prolan died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time they arrived. Not to mention I started seeing things in our house before Prolan passed. Thank you, Oscar. It's not my fault. Hopefully. Probably. Maybe. Don't blame the NB. I never thought I had to make note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. And I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have a place to start. Let's see, are we sure the ghost is really gone? I have every reason to believe so. There wasn't so much as a creaking door or a mysterious draft all night. And I certainly hope this isn't wishful thinking, given the toll it seemed to take on Tabitha last night. You're so brave for sleeping in here. I would have left and set the place on fire. Yeah, that's fair, Kanika. I suppose I felt I'd done enough running. I've seen the worst I could do, and I was willing to risk it if it meant Rosalina wouldn't spend another night sleeping on a cot in the back of the library. Let's see, we've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? Do you think there was something like that under my house all this time? And I think someone might have put it there, but who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Writin. Right, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen. Oh, it is! Trust me, that's part 2 of this episode. Something weird is always happening. Uh-oh, losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we can sort things out before that becomes an issue. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never a part of the house. But, yeah, we should take a closer look at the carving, seal, whatever it is. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, oh god, Avery, why? I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we'd be doing, right? Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess it wasn't the best analogy. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night. But there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. I can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. The spirit is gone, but you can still feel a faint hum undulating from the basement. Imminent danger may not await you down there, but the stone remains active, if at least weakened. Who knows what strange ways it might manifest itself. 1 sec. You don't see the word undulate used enough in common parlance. I feel like people should use that more. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, let's. You know what, Oscar? You just got your house back. You have your daughter to care for. Maybe don't go down there. I'm going to go out on a limb in here and say that we should all just trust Writin on this. Finally, thank you. Someone believes me. Aw, Avery, no. No, it's a fair point. We probably shouldn't go down there until after we have a better sense of what we're dealing with. Yeah, let's not touch it. In fact, nobody should ever open that hatch or go down there again. What, you don't want... No, Avery, they don't want to do that. Not if I can help it. I'm not really a hands-on kind of investigator. That's Stella's thing. It's alright. We don't all have to go. If there's any danger left down there, I shouldn't drag anyone else into the middle of it anyway. Oscar, don't fucking do it. No more unheeded warnings. Oscar, don't do it. Listen to me, please. Just don't fucking do it. Thank you, Kanika, finally. Just, people, start listening. I feel like fucking Cassandra over here, like, hey guys, something bad's gonna happen, don't do this thing, and everyone keeps doing it. Okay, if you're really sure about all this, I can start my research on something a little less concrete. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I won't touch anything unless I absolutely have to. I wonder if this could be the work of some kind of cult. You mentioned something like this at the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I feel like I'd know about it. Oh no, just throwing things out there. Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran this place. You hope you'd know, at least. I gotta agree with Kanika on this. I feel like I'd have picked up on something. A cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have had an impact here. It doesn't even have to be active. From what I gather, those carvings you've been talking about are old, and whoever left them is probably long gone. I'll see what I can find, you never know. Yeah, make sure keep Pixel safe. With those, the ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the anguished doughboys. The anguished doughboys. Avery, I love you. You have such a way with words. I kind of like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? If there's a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I'm gonna join. Of course you would, Felby. Also, hi, good to have you here. I don't want to get friendly with them or anything, I just think they're kind of interesting. To each their own. Will do, I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something would have happened to him. Especially after everything she's been through. Yeah, I still think there's something in the clinic. There was a store yesterday and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right, I'd almost forgotten after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something that reminded you of the mines, right? I see. I'll dig up what I can in the clinic. Hello, Felby. Hello! Let's see, where was I? There's a lot of history there. Wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? He might want to stay someplace else for now, if the last few nights are any indication. The cult of Scientology came down to the Twin Cities. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude, and she's probably even more of a skeptic than I am. Or, was. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of that clinic door, and it's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking... Ah, Oscar! Buddy! Of course I am. If so, nope, you're not doing it. Yeah, Oscar, I am going to end up in that clinic one way or another. Oh, Felby, they wouldn't let you in because you look poor. The cult of Scientology only wants rich people. Oh yeah, I guess that. Oh, really? That was there? Huh? I didn't know it was that close. Let's see. We should be more cautious. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Yeah, well, whatever I do, we need to find Stella. We're missing a vital team member. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Okay, I will be right back. I need to go refill my hot drink for my throat and my voice. They do want poor people just as slaves. Yeah, you're not wrong. So give me 2 minutes and I will be... Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the wait. No, I'm not going to date the mom. I don't have the right stats for it. I'm sorry. Okay, to the diner. I would like to, I would like to see an actual cult. Too bad they're never as fun as they are in movies. Oops, hang on. Where was I? Let's check the diner. Good idea. Okay, yep, okay. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to divert me into clocking in early. Hello, I am back. And I got my warm drink again. Who am I going to date? Good question. I kind of started flirting with Avery, but I'm not sure. I don't know. No one in this game really... how do I put this? There's a lot of characters I really like, but none of them really make me want to date them. Which might sound weird, but... Also, hang on. The diner is busier than you've ever seen it. The small booth's packed with miners. Well, yeah, they have the day off since they're striking. So I guess this is where the miners are setting up shop. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize? And I can't say I like Winnie. She's nice. Yeah, real life cults aren't fun. They're all fucking awful. You never find a cult like in a movie where it's just like, yeah, we worship the end times. You never find a benign cult either. I guess by definition, a cult can't be benign. It would be so cool to like stumble upon a group of like people in like dark robes with like bloody knives, and it's just like, oh my god, what are you doing? And they're just like, oh, we just get together because we really, really like the cosplay. We don't really worship anything, but of course you think Wayne is hot. You're not the only one. There's a massive fan base for him, but just whatever. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. Do you need any help? No, Sal and I can handle this. If one of your friends going missing is more important than a busy shift. Yeah, you look real busy. The miners didn't even notice you entered the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Wayne is the zombie dude that's been stalking me. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal, and I'd like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays, and better health benefits would be amazing, but what if she decides to fire all of us? You're only a year or so into work, and trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you figure you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you. That uses up every free second it can. It can suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Yeah, it's called retail, guys. We could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. I can't get fired. And the company housing, that makes a big difference for me. Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had maintenance done in decades, taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure shit ain't going towards property tax and upkeep alone. The company housing means that almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. We have numbers on our side, Harrison. After what happened up there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. She can't afford to lose us all. We have the power here so long as we're united. So, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you and Hey, don't be mad at me. The YouTuber? No, we ain't seen her. As you can see, we've been doing a lot today. We got a lot going on today. We'd appreciate if you didn't butt in. Harrison's voice drops to an barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. I don't want to weigh it. I don't want to... Whatever. Do I go on... Do I talk to them about this? You know, fuck it. We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast, and I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. Hey, I support the strike, guys. I'm no scab, trust me. Whoa, even the boss's family is on our side? Maybe this really could work. That's right, the whole town is on our side. There was a collapse less than 2 days ago and she expects us not to riot at the thought of being forced back down there? All while these kids are still trapped, it's disgusting. Zax is yes, Zax. Yes, this is just what any minimum wage job is, especially retail. Damn straight. Here. Still, if you support the strike, the best thing you can do right now is not meddle with it. Trust can only go so far. No, Writin is cool. I wouldn't hang out with him. Aw, thanks, Avery. You can't help who you're related to, right? No, I suppose you can't, but that doesn't mean we have to trust everyone who stumbles into town. No offense, but your friendship don't mean much, Diner Kid. You're friends with everybody, even that Julius Ray. Wow. Diner Kid? Oh, yeah, damn, go off, Winnie. Diner Kid? I know you know Avery's name, if I ever hear you call them that again. Sorry, Miss Winnie, it won't happen again. Yeah, you better fucking be sorry. Don't apologize to me. Sorry, Avery, I didn't mean to be so dismissive. Y'all alright though, I am pretty friendly with most people in town. If my friendliness and ability to get along with anybody means I can't vouch for you, I guess that's that. Sorry, right. It's okay, Avery, I still like you. Man, I love Winnie, she's great. Anyone who stands up for another person like that is just amazing in my book. Yeah, I guess we should get going then. Well, we tried. You're trying to leave the diner, Avery and Kanika trailing close behind you. We could go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin since they're friends. You don't see it? Oh, come on, the two have such a Are you shipping them, Avery? Are you the shipper on deck? Oh, come on, I'll drive us. Kanika doesn't even dignify that there was Avery ships Stella and Avery ships Stella and Tabitha. That's canon now. They ship them. Oh my god. A wall of bodies, picket signs and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance to Scarlet Mines. And of course the police are here doing fuck all again. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. You might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. What the fuck? Hang on a sec. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Just, what? I'm not gonna say hail and well met, fellow countrymen. That's just how do you do fellow kids, but for someone pretending to be on the side of the strike. Why are the cops here? Miss Scarlet requested we supervise... Yeah, okay, buddy. That's a polite way of saying they're here to intimidate us. Intimidate you? Nobody's here to... Okay. Okay, you know what, fellow? Fine. Just for you. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. What goes on here? The miners stare at you. A strike. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to sick days and vacation policies, and thorough safety. Honestly, that sounds very reasonable to me. That collapse is way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rock. Again, very reasonable. This place is supported by the labor of folks who are too desperate for work to care about the conditions they work under. Well, okay, good, Felby. I'm so glad I could embarrass myself for your entertainment. It runs him ragged, then spits him out, letting the 2 broken to keep going. I've seen it time and time again. Yeah, like TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx is the Scarlet Mine of retail work. We're going to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making her money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. That's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. Do you think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? I'm sure she can figure it out. I'm not saying she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her, but coal's getting used less and less, and I've seen that old Scarlet house, it's practically condemned. If she has money to spare, where's it going? I really didn't peg you for someone who'd go to bat for Tabitha. I'm not, I'm just trying to get the full picture here, and if the mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need a say in the business. Fair enough. Let's see. Did you try talking to Tabitha first? You know, I'll try this one. Look, I just need to talk to my cousin. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. I'm not sure we should be involving the boss's cousin in any negotiations. Yeah, it'd be a bad look. If you want to try and push her to the table, that's one thing. But you should leave the demands to us. Any words on those kids stuck in the mines? We've heard voices, so we know they're alive. Now we just need to get them out. They're alive? That's amazing! They must be so scared down there. We've got a team working in shifts to reach them as fast as we can. We may be striking, but that just means we're not making the boss any money. Not that we won't do everything we can for kids who need us. You know, good for you guys. Can we visit the dig site? No way. There's a ton of dangerous equipment there, and the men working to rescue those kids don't need any more distractions. It's bad enough having parents breathing down our necks. They're making the job much harder. They have every right to be at the dig site, but that one woman... Oh yeah, we know her. Becca's mom. Yeah, they're being hassled enough as it is. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one that... she's the one in all the banned from property posters, right? Yes, she is. She's famous. Scarlet more like toilet. I just looked at that. This is the most articulate sign I've ever seen. I am unhappy with the... I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in Scarlet Mine. She's the let's say we haven't seen her, and we've been here all day, so we know she passed by. We should keep an eye out. Can't say it'll be much help, though. We're just standing around for... I need to talk to Tabitha. Sure, you may be the boss's cousin, but you seem harmless enough. Yes, I am. Completely harmless. I don't care if they're okay with you going in, but I'm still not crossing a picket line. You know what? Mad respect, Kanika. I wouldn't make you. Besides, I don't think Tabitha's be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. Same. Everyone who works here is a regular at the diner. I don't want to make things weird. I love the overview. See on the other side? Oh no, I crossed the picket line. Am I a scab? No, of course not. It's quiet today, empty beyond the ruckus of the front gate. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. I'm not going to go to the dig site. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. You knock again. Oh, for the love of... The door swings open. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. What were you two talking about? That's for me to know and you not to ask any questions about. You have nothing to do with any of this, so don't get involved. Should I be worried about? Don't say another word, just leave. I'll handle this. The door clicks closed as Rodriguez... Scab! Rodriguez, you scab! Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget you saw anything, okay? I can handle this on my own. Ah, fuck. I talked to some of the miners outside. The demands aren't too bad. They just want 8-hour shifts, better pay, blah blah blah. Oh my god, contrary to what people want you to believe, I'm not a monster. The last MSHA inspection. Misha. I guess that's OSHA for mines? Whatever. It was like a month ago. Didn't find any issues. The straw mine isn't connected to the active mine either. Everything's fine. And we did our own inspection before... Oh, that was weird. The entire text shifted with her shrug. That was weird. Not that the men yelling outside the gates would tell you that. Because that's the convenient thing about demanding a safety inspection. They can just decide that whatever I do isn't good enough, just like they've already decided about yesterday's inspection. Not about to shut down the mines waiting for some overpriced consultants to come in and take a week to tell us what we already know, that the mine is safe. As for everything else you've mentioned, any one of those demands would be a stretch. All of them would run the mine out of business within a couple of months. The best I can do right now is promise them it'll get better soon. But I don't think my word's worth much to them, and I don't like making promises I can't keep. If I'm right though, and things pick up soon, maybe I'll be able to give everyone a raise or shorter shifts, or even everything they've asked for. I'm not a monster. I don't sound like I enjoy working people so hard. That's the only thing paying the bills. Maybe you can meet them halfway. I don't even know if halfway will be enough. You won't know unless you talk to them. Okay, you're right. Maybe I will. I just need to be careful. I don't want to be the Scarlet that finally runs this place into the ground. I don't want to make a promise I can't keep. I'm sure you didn't come all this way down here to talk about the strike. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. Well, Stella's still missing. Didn't know if you have any leads. Tabitha groans. You don't think... Wayne... Let's see... There wasn't any evidence that he'd been in his house with a sign of a struggle. How did we know that she even went home last night? She ran off in the opposite direction. Stella's been known to disappear for days when she's doing her videos, but I think we both know that's not what's going on. If I see her, I can figure something out. I'll see if I can figure something out. Aw, I can be nice. I want to be nice to her. You have time to hang out later? I miss you. You do? You're not joking? She has promises to keep. You motherfucker! There's so much on my plate right now. But I'll see you tonight. Maybe we can have some ice cream or something, just if you want to spend time together, I mean. Tabitha's phone buzzes. I better get back to work. Stay safe out there, Writin. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? I don't need you going missing too. Aw, she does care. You leave the office, closing the door behind you. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. I feel like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back into the town and we can figure out our next move from there. I do feel bad for... You know, here's the thing. I do feel bad for Tabitha. She is in the extremely unenviable position of having to carry on a legacy that is founded in exploitation for a dying industry, and for the sake of a dying industry. And she is very trapped in that. And I'm not making excuses for that. I do think the strike is a good thing. But I feel so bad that she has to deal with all this together, just with everything that's going on. And the reality is it's probably not going to get better. There's the mining industry, the coal industry, it's dying, and there's not much you can do about that. I just wish that it didn't have to be that on top of everything else. Where to next? We should check out the church. Why? I see what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with evidence of the afterlife, so she might try getting into all that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right. There's no point in not being thorough. I wouldn't mind stocking up on some holy water while we're there too. Seems like a good idea to cover all our bases at this point. Oh, I love you, Avery. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing, but I'm sure Pastor Daniel would pretend to bless some water if it meant keeping us around a little longer. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. I should ask my I have a friend who's religious. I don't know what the denomination is, but I should ask them if I should ask my friend Kay if Baptists do holy water. One sec, I'm actually sending them. Also, for some reason, autocorrect on my phone immediately changed Baptist to rapist, and that was not what I was going for. Let's not linger, though. I don't want him thinking we're possible converts. Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. You know, I've lived here a few years now, and I've never actually been to the church. That's because no one goes there. He's creepy. That's probably for a good reason. Where is that weirdo? Oh, there he is! My, 4 visitors at once? On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. Evil ass autocorrect. Yeah, I don't think okay, to be fair, I don't know much about their specific denomination, but I don't think Baptists are that bad automatically. Like, no, holy shit, just. But there are only 3 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Zane, hey buddy. Oh yeah, that's fair. Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? Oh, the glimpses of death I've had in the past few days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found this. Oh shit, sorry. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. But when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. He looks like Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he's... I don't like that look on his face. How did this man get a wife? Okay, my friend answered. They said, short answer, no. Long answer, they're big into baptismal water, but that isn't the traditional holy water. It's not blessed or anything. Okay. Sure thing, Pasadena. Peace, y'all. And there he goes. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night and no one has seen her since. I didn't like his smile. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over by the alpacas. Though, Writin, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Why does it have to be in private? Sure, buddy. I guess we'll leave you to it while we check in with Janie. See you in a minute. Don't leave me alone with him! Oh, he's so creepy. He's creepy in the most benign way, too. Like, not in the normal horror way, just like... bad vibes. Your friends head off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But I never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. Are we sure we're actually talking to animals? Now that I know there are at least 2 of us, I have no doubt. There have definitely been times in my life when I thought I might just be nuts. It's so hard to... Yeah, like, God, they put so much work into making him just off in just the right way. Like, it's not that it's not that the vibes are rancid, it's that the vibes are disturbing. But again, in a very benign way, he's just kind of icky as a person. It's hard to articulate why. But it's so inconsistent, and I've never exhibited any other signs of insanity. In my most doubting moments, I have considered the possibility that other entities may be using the animals to confuse my faith. But besides a particularly vicious hamster I had growing up, the most an animal has ever tried to convince me to do is give them more food. So I somehow doubt they're puppets for some otherworldly evil, unless that otherworldly evil wants me to overfeed my pets. Stop making me laugh, I don't want to Stop making me laugh, I don't like you. Have we been cursed? Do we suffer the same? I don't think it's a curse. It can be annoying at times, but so can talking to people. Okay, that's true. Not that I feel that way very often, of course. As a servant of God, I am always ready and willing to talk to my fellow man about anything they need to discuss. Do I need to talk louder when I'm doing the Pastor Daniel voice, by the way? I can't tell if I'm being loud enough for the music that's going on right now. sure he is just a weird fucking dude.
Spiritually, I've always rationalized it as God's sign that I should spread his word to even the beasts of his world. I've had mixed results. Seems the alpacas
Okay, good. Seems the alpacas prefer Catholicism, which they know about somehow. And birds tend to be incredibly heretical. Yeah, they would. Oh my fucking god. The alpacas are Catholic. Catholic alpacas, oh my god. Why is that funny? Why is that so funny?
I wish I could approach a scientist about this without becoming a research experiment.
I think they'd be less interested in that and more interested in how you give off the worst vibes.
But I prefer to keep quiet at my doctor's visits. I can't risk being locked away or altered in some permanent way. Not when I have a family to take care of.
Which they know about somehow. Yeah, I know. It's so great. Have you met Fur Gretchen Pixel?
Of course I have, but I learned early on in life not to let that I have this gift. At least while other humans are around, so I haven't spoken with any of them. Though I get the feeling Fur wouldn't talk.
Okay, no, that's fair. You got. Yeah, you're right there.
I've tried to befriend the alpacas when no one else is around. Emphasis on tried. They're surprisingly cliquey.
They also don't like your vibes.
Besides that, I try to maintain a low profile, only chatting with the wildlife when I'm sure that no one is looking.
Is your gift why you got into the church?
It's hard to say. I was raised Baptist by two loving parents and was always interested in religion. But I've also always known about my talent, so I don't know what came first. If anything, though, I'd say I'm religious in spite of the gift. It hasn't exactly been easy to square this with a lot of religious education I've had. For instance,
hang on a sec.
For instance, a lot of religious leaders will tell you that only humans have souls. Well, you and I both know that's not true. Though I suppose that gets into a whole different conversation about what exactly a soul is. But those are conversations that I'm glad to leave to the scholars. Wow. Tripping over my tongue there. I'm just a simple small-town pastor. I don't need to ask the big questions anymore. I just have to help people get through their daily lives.
Is this why people think you're creep? Because you have the gift?
People think I'm creepy?
But he doesn't know! He doesn't know! What is wrong with JD that she's not creeped out by him and she married him and had a kid with him? And, like, she's not creeped out. Like, what is going on here?
But it's alright. People say all kinds of things. I just have to be patient and persistent, and I know eventually they'll understand that I can be as comforting not a creepy one.
Maybe if I grew a thicker beard or get a cool jacket. No! I don't think that's it. Okay, actually, no, the beard might help. Oh, I can't express how much of a relief it is to finally meet someone else like me. Ah, I don't like that smile. Your eyes are too squinty for that smile.
Likewise, there may be more than just the two of us now. I have my suspicions that Tulip...
You named your child Tulip. What the fuck, dude?
Might have inherited the gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some of the things that had led me to believe she might be able to understand them.
And there she is. Cute kid. She looks almost as creepy as her dad. He's interrupted by the sound of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partially muffled by the underbrush at the edge of the property.
Tulip, come out of there. I know you're not supposed to play in the woods.
Tulip glances back to the woods, quiet as she hesitates.
Tulip, are you going to be good? Or are we going to have to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go in the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay.
Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Your smile is less creepy when you show teeth.
Sorry I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into the woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass.
Yeah, Tetanus Lake. How big, are we talking about a weekend of hard work?
Maybe if you had a construction equipment and a team of professionals, it's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it.
And say, what was that about the church rats?
Ah yes, the rats. So you and I are used to the sort of chatter we hear from wildlife. It's usually nothing that needs to be paid attention to. But these rats... there's something so sinister about them. They must be huge, judging by the sound of scurrying in there. Tulip has never shown evidence of the ability before. She's never responded to the alpacas or engaged in conversation with birds. In retrospect, she could have been hiding it the way I did growing up. Because I know she's been talking to the rats, she calls them her friends, has been drawing all these pictures of them, really ghastly things. I've tried to bring it up with her, but she just gets this little smile.
Yeah, because she's creepy like you are. I didn't know creepiness was inherited, but here we go.
It's all innocent enough in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure they also live out in that trash heap, and ever since she started talking about her friend, she's been trying to sneak out there. I'm concerned she's going to get hurt or catch some kind of disease.
Yeah, tetanus. What have they been saying?
They like to try to goad me into crying or becoming depressed. They watch me through the unseen holes and make fun of me and try to figure out how to press my buttons. It's annoying, but easy enough to block out, especially when I'm praying. I don't think they're a good influence on Tulip, though. She's gotten quiet and secretive ever since we started talking to them. I'd hate to think what they say to her when I'm not around to hear.
Have you ever actually seen them, though?
No, but I don't need to. I lived in a dorm that had rats once. You never see them, but the church has all the signs of infestation.
Maybe that's why no one maybe that's one of the reasons no one goes to your fucking church. You're creepy, your church has rats.
And there's no mistaking the sound of little screecher. I've left out some humane rat traps, but they're too smart for them. It's all it sounds is waste peanut butter. And I caught a possum in one, poor thing. Possums are never very bright.
Aww. Has Janie heard them?
She's not in the church very often. She's usually in town with it, doing her jobs until late, and we spend our evenings in the house. It's just me and Tulip all day long.
Okay, maybe she learned... Okay, maybe she wasn't born creepy. Maybe she just learned how to be creepy from her dad.
Janie knows Tulip has made some strange little friends, but thinks it's an imagination game. I was hoping I'd sort out the rat issue before she could get suspicious, but they're persistent, so I may have to hire an exterminator if I can get the money for one. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Are you sure they're rats?
I think so.
Pastor shifts uncomfortably for a moment.
I hope so.
This is really fucking creepy, dude.
I suppose it is. I've gotten so used to hearing weird voices coming from anywhere and everywhere. I guess I've forgotten how unsettling...
Yeah, it's easy to tell you don't understand what creepy is.
I guess I'd forgotten how unsettling something like hearing cruel little voices in your walls truly is.
He shudders.
I'll do my best to talk some sense to them, or into my daughter. And if that fails, maybe you could lend a hand. I don't want to be too much of a bother, and you should probably finish looking for your missing friend first. But I'll be around if you I'll be around if you have the time to check in later this week.
Oh, thank God they're coming back. Please, save me. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we'd better get going. Thanks for suggesting we head up here right now. We got to feed the alpacas. They were so cute and soft. It was awesome. And Janie says she'll come by the diner with cookies for the miners, and a few extra for me, of course. She's so nice. She even offered to bring me some since I'm feeling under the weather. I hope your talk with the pastor went well. Wow.
Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man for her.
Catholic alpacas. Alright, thanks, see ya. Kanika and Avery start back down the path to the town you follow. God, okay. So what was that about? He seemed pretty insistent on talking to you alone.
Yeah, he didn't say anything weird.
Oh, you have no idea. Yeah, you want to talk about our shared gift? Wait, Pastor Daniel can also talk to animals? Whoa, this town is like some sort of hotspot for weird stuff. Cool weird stuff, of course, but this is starting to get pretty wild. I still can't believe that all the people in the world you could I still can't believe that of all the people in the world you could have shared that ability with, you wound up stuck with Pastor Daniel. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? As you consider your next steps, you remember your appointment with Sybil. She seemed to be confident last night that Stella would be okay. Maybe she'll be able to help you find her. And she never despaired your gift. Maybe she's one of the few people who can truly understand you. You have to see her. She's the thread tying everything together. But at the back of your mind, you can't help but feel like there's more than just fate drawing you to the tea room. We should talk to your mom. I'm supposed to have tea with her today. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably trying to give you some rocks or bundles for protection or something, which might actually work, who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Okay, I'm actually going to call the stream here tonight. My voice is starting to give way, and I want to eat dinner because I'm actually really, really hungry now that we've been talking about food a little bit and feeding things. So, I will probably pick this up tomorrow since Saturday is when the new chapter comes out, and I'd really like to finish chapter 4 for you guys before then. So, probably stream tomorrow depending on how work goes for me. Other than that, that's all. Thank you everyone who tuned in, and I hope you all have a good night. Bye guys.